May 2022 review. So the theme for this month was independence. So the first, take care of my world. I find that people use being needy to be a way to get connection and company. And I want to be able to know that I'm asking only because I truly need things and not because I'm seeking validation or seeking an excuse to get together for company. When I ask for company, I really mean it. I am saying I want to spend time with you, not, oh, I need help, and oh, it's nice to spend time with you too, I want to really mean it. No excuses, and I don't want to be a burden on people either by asking things to create that connection, because I think that too many times we're running around doing all this stuff for each other, trying to build those connections that it doesn't actually really build the connection, not in a deep way. Um, and sometimes I struggle with this because in not wanting to have superficial connections, I find that I do struggle in making connections. I do find that maybe I need to start with those superficial connections and go from there, but I don't work that way. um, I don't know how to do that, and it feels wrong to me. So this is the hell yes life. If it's not a hell yes, it's a no. And what that means to me is that I have pride in my independence. I am a hell yes to taking care of me. I'm a hell yes to spending time with people. I'm a hell yes to um, helping people out. Only when it's needed, though. And when I'm spending time with people, I know it's because it's wanted. And yeah, it's not just um, half-assed anything. And I really think that that's important. So May 2nd is reduce, reuse, recycle. I think that less clutter brings independence because we have less stuff to deal with. Um, we, I've noticed that our society is just riddled with buying and buying and buying, and that means that there's less ability to be able to recycle. It's really important to reduce and reuse things as much as possible because we're getting to the point where we can't even recycle things anymore because nobody bothers to buy old stuff, I think. I don't know. Nobody has space to recycle things. It's just really difficult. There's so much product out there that it's very difficult to properly reduce, reuse, and recycle anymore. So, May 3rd, make my home comfy and clean. I want to tackle it right away when life is scattered. It's easy to tackle things, and that way it's not emotionally draining. Make sure to reset and clean and make things cozy so it's a place of nourishment for my soul. I think that's really important to have things that are beautiful around you and have your space be a place of comfort and to be able to not have to feel like you need to get out of your space ever. So, well, not ever, but so May 4th, career planning. Money equals independence. Being able to have the ability to sustain myself and not be drained by my work environment is a huge thing. So again, it comes down to creating that life that you don't need to escape from. The fifth is a leap of faith. Um, I refused my job extension um, because I need to trust that I am worth more and I am able to do a better job somewhere else, that I'm able to find a better job, that I have that capability within me, and that I have the right job waiting out there for me. It's like a relationship, right? The right relationship is out there for me, and so is the right job. You just have to find the right fit. May 6th, catch up time. just posting the videos that I've missed. So I need to be okay with where I'm at, and I need to know that doing these videos is really important to me, and I think it's really good to catch up and just honor the fact that yes, I got behind, but yes, I'm going to finish these. May 7th, allow myself to receive love. A full heart is not a codependent heart. Self love is good. Try to also receive love from others. This is very hard to do. I need to really be able to try to receive the gifts that others are giving. Receiving is really important to the flow of love and yeah, reciprocal um, giving and receiving is what creates that flow. And in order to do that, I need to be able to receive love as well as just give it. May 8th, be the better person. We get hurt by people and we push away the hurt or we think it's normal, and shitty things do happen. We're messy humans and we end up hurting each other, and that's okay. It's not intentional. So, no guilt. I need to stop expecting negative things to happen, and I need to forgive people. I need to trust that they're not trying to hurt me, and I need to allow space to step out of the emotions so that I can explain that they hurt me even when I'm not in reaction mode. Well, explain when I'm not in reaction mode so that I'm not trying to communicate in that emotional state. I want to keep bridges unburnt, and I want to feed the white wolf. So what that means is that it's really important to me to maybe walk away from somebody, but never burn down the bridge. Maybe I even need to build a giant barrier on that bridge, um, but I don't want to burn the bridge down. I don't want to ever get rid of the chance to have an amazing person in my life just because of something that they did or said. And I think it's really important to um, feed the good things that I see in people and to continue to compliment those things and encourage those things and try to allow space for those things to grow. So, May 9th, do it my way. All these shoulds. I should do this, or I should do that, or I should be this way, or I should be that way. I am trying to release those. I know that I'm a backwards person and I don't do things the way that other people do sometimes. I do like to just go with the flow and do things the way I feel like doing them, which tends to be opposite to everybody else. And so today I wanted to let go of the guilt for wanting to do things my way, and just trusting that that also allows me to let others do their thing their way, and it allows them the freedom to be themselves as well. May 10th was step out of my emotions, my anger, my fear, my expectations, reset my emotions and thoughts, and get out of analysis paralysis. Trust my intuition and step away from the bad things, and trust that in doing so, I'm stepping towards the good things. I hate stepping away from things, but I think that stepping towards things is worth it. So I need to look at the bigger picture with this journaling. I think that it's really important to figure out a path, and I'd like to also be able to honor other people's paths. Um, yeah, so May 11th, celebrate achievements. I had a job interview and I really was proud of how far I've come. I put it into words, and it was a opportunity to speak out loud what I have achieved over the last little while, and it felt really good to be easily able to um, pinpoint and talk about my self-worth. So, yeah, I'm really grateful for the past experiences, the skills, the self-esteem, the connections, how much I've grown and how much I feel comfortable with going further and growing. Um, I think it's a lot. So I'm celebrating the small things, and I'm building and integrating this experience by celebrating with a dinner and just really celebrating my achievements over the last couple of years and being proud that I was able to showcase them in this job interview. May 12th, planned my weekend. I didn't feel like I wanted to do anything. I decided to stay in and plan ahead with food and future things that are important instead of going to a party. Um, Sometimes the thing that you need is not the thing that you're supposed to do, um, or the thing that you said you would do. And so it's okay to say no. Say no, I need some time to myself today. So I decided to prepare things in my life, step back, do some planning, do some thinking, and I think that really helps to be present when the moment does come and helps the next moments be better. Like if I had planned more to do this party and I had been on the ball about what I was going to wear and what I was going to have for dinner first, etc., things like that, it would have been easier to go to this party. So that's why I recognized that I needed to sit back and plan things out instead. It's because I wasn't ready. So the 13th, give when you're able to. I couldn't for the most of my life. And so now financially I can. I still want to focus on the meaningful things though. I want to allow myself to not buy into the ones that aren't meaningful so that I can give the meaningful ones. Um, so to me that means trusting what feels right to me and just going with my intuition. So for example, homeless people on the streets, I might give food gift cards instead of cash. Just really be intentional about what I want to give and yeah, like an office birthday party or something. Not feeling obligated to give to everybody in an office of 100 people that I don't know, and being able to spend the money on the one person that I do know. So, I think that's important as well to recognize those things and not just buy into what society tells us we're supposed to do or peer pressure from other people. The 14th, release. It's the full moon, so it's a monthly check-in on life and figure out some intentions and some release. And I'm feeling like I'm not doing enough. I feel like I know that I'm doing what I can, um, and I know I'm doing better than yesterday. And so I'd like to release the guilt of not chasing the non reciprocal connections, um, and just not feeling like I'm trying hard enough, I guess. So just releasing that guilt and knowing that I'm open to more connections if people are coming to me. So again, it's releasing what does not serve me so that I can have energy to embrace what does serve me. So I also want to release the resistance to receiving love. Again, that's a big theme in my life and connection. Um, Independence is the theme for the month, and it does require the ability to have that reciprocity, and that helps you keep fulfilled and not be in a place of seeking because you're desperate, because you're lonely, because you're um, in need of touch or in need of stuff or in need of help or whatever. So it does require receiving and being able to um, keep that flow going. So the other piece was to just release the physical pain. I've been in a lot of pain my whole life. I'm getting to the end of it, but there's still some releasing that needs to happen. The 15th, training, constant and never ending improvement. I want to do my best to learn more about my job, to get involved in volunteering, to contribute to society. I think that I need to train some more on how to fix my physical body and how to build interactions with people, and just really knowing that I'm growing and I'm building the tools to handle life by adding more of those tools to my toolkit. The 16th, rest and recuperate. I want to allow the cycles and trust that I will get back to doing the activities when I can. Just sitting back and allowing the healing when I need to, and allowing stillness to be part of my life, and allowing that cycle to happen. The 17th, stretching my body, my mind, and my boundaries. Just taking all those little baby steps in all the different directions to expand my comfort zones on things. The 18th is building my outside oasis. I think it's really important to have spaces where we can rejuvenate ourselves, where we can feel safe and comfy and cozy, I guess. So it's about building a life that you don't need a vacation from again. So streamlining my thoughts by streamlining my space as well, just being able to space out on trees rustling in the wind, and bringing nature into my space so that I can look at the beautiful flowers, or, like, have you ever looked at a piece of art and just gotten lost in how beautiful it is? Well, nature can do the same thing, and it's a really nice way to just tune out from the world and have a little mini vacation at home. The 19th, I have enough. I am not lacking. I do not need to hold on to things just in case. When something is broken, it's time to let it go. And that includes people too. Make room for the things that are important in your life by getting rid of the things that are not. Again, it comes back to that simplicity, that allowing room, letting go of the clutter. I also don't want to create scarcity by believing in it, by believing that I don't have enough resources in my life. Then I create that in my life because I believe that energy flows where attention goes. And I believe that by focusing on the lack of things, then you actually bring about a lack of things. And yeah, so that's something that I don't want to do. The 20th, clear the clutter. Same thing. Getting rid of the old things to be able to make room for the new things. Clean up my mind. Create to-do lists and create daily routines. Get rid of the physical clutter. Yeah, it's all coming back to the same thing, where it's just simplify and make space for the things that I do want in my life. The 21st is no ego games. Just not buying into relationship stuff just because the attention feels good. That happens a lot, and I really don't like it, but I find myself in the same trap. And I want relationships to be real. I don't want it to just be new relationship energy. I don't want to be seeking that initial connection from 1,000 people and never going further with it. I want authentic, real connections that are ongoing. 22nd, making new friends. I release the stress of the event, and I focus on people to keep things simple and release expectations of what things should look like. So, yeah, it's just really releasing the stress of what happened and focusing on the person behind it. And just allowing things to be as they are instead of how I think they should be. The 23rd is a do nothing day. No guilt. I'm all caught up, so it's time to just enjoy the freedom to just do nothing because I have done the work. I've put in the work, and now I get to relax and enjoy that I did the work, that I'm done. The 24th, explore new options. Don't get stuck. Really evaluating what I'm doing and not just defaulting back to pre-COVID stuff because it's easy. Things are opening back up, and it's just really easy to default back to the things that brought me joy before. And instead, I'd like to really evaluate, do they still bring me joy now before I go do them again? So I'd also like to add new things and switch things up. So I just don't want to default and spend my time on things again just because that's what I used to do. The 25th, muddling through. Again, letting go of guilt. Life was feeling very chaotic, and the thing is to just keep adulting, keep trying to be the adult, and just do my best and do it just literally to the best of my ability and not worry about whether it's good enough because it's all I got. So, you know, having guilt over that really doesn't fix the problem either. So I'm just trusting that I'm doing good enough. 26th, do it anyways. Allow myself to change my mind and letting things shift instead of just shutting things down. It's so easy when things don't go our way to just have a tantrum and shut down. And it takes a lot to be able to say, okay, where's the silver lining? What can we do with this now instead? So if a relationship's not going your way, then you can say, okay, now what can we do with this instead? What can I do? Yeah. So 27th, slow and steady. Another day of rest, listening to my body and doing what I can, not trying to push myself too hard because I do have physical limitations that cause that to have to be a thing. So just trying to build better habits and not giving up. Slow and steady wins the race. So the 28th, trusting my abilities. With new activities, I want to trust my intuition on what new activities I can and can't do, what I need to do today, trusting my body to be able to succeed in what I'm doing, having faith in myself, and it just allows me to not shut down and hurt myself. So I think that just trusting my body and just instead of tensing it all up and freaking out and giving up, um, just really allowing myself to trust my muscles and trust my brain and trust my health, I guess. 29th, feeling sorry for myself. It was a hard day emotionally, and things are not where I want them to be right now. And so it's just a matter of letting the emotions through because sometimes you just need to get it out so you can get through it. The 30th, believe there is better out there. I'm looking forward to what do I want to see in my life. So things like gardening, um, and that's a physical representation of growth, and I like that. So yeah, I think that the other piece is again just clearing the clutter, getting rid of things that are in my way, making sure that the path is clear so that when the good things do come around, that nothing's in the way. So I'm a firm believer of eat that frog. Get rid of the crappy things as fast as you can so that you can move on to the good things and really enjoy them and not feel like all this crappy stuff is looming around the corner for when this is done. So 31st, building new connections. I do have a lot of good connections, and I'm just choosing now to focus on the connections that I've already made with people and trying to help them grow, to encourage the growth of those connections so that I do have strong connections and not just a million superficial connections. It's doable that way, but it's not the way I prefer. is done. So yeah, that's the end of May, and it is a lot to process, but it all kind of comes down to releasing the things that do not serve me and embracing the things that do, and having the ability to do so with independence, because then I know that I'm not being a burden on other people, and I have the pride in being able to know that I did it myself.